For over a century, beauty pageants have been a reflection of culture, identity, social issues, and representation of powerful women from around the world. From small hometown stages to global arenas, pageants have been watched by millions of people, starting from competitions of beauty in ancient times to the global spectacle it's become today. Pageants impact the lives of many across the world, but what many see is not always reality. Countless girls dream of themselves standing upon a glimmering stage one day and receiving the winning sash and crown, but only for very few does that dream come true. Young women dedicate their lives to pageants by working hard and becoming the best version of themselves. Even so, the majority of the world still views pageants as a shallow competition over looks and a person's body. But on a deeper level, there's so much more to pageantry than what meets the eye. Pageants have seen a mix of admiration and criticism since the very beginning. With recent controversies, an even more negative light has been cast.
So I wish that they played a bigger one. I've heard a lot of people's opinions. It's not always the most positive thing, but I wish it was.
Noelia Voigt, former Miss USA 2023, expresses that pageants are seen by most in a harsh, hateful way, focusing on past years and ways that pageants used to be held. But over time, change has been made and continues to be made. As past pageants have made looks the main spotlight, today they take time to highlight numerous different areas across the spectrum of skills, services, and other qualities of young women, celebrating well-rounded role models and spreading a new message of diversity and empowerment. Noelia's sister Natasha shares an outside perspective of pageants.
If Noelia wasn't doing pageants, I would probably see it the way a lot of people see it, which is not looking super deep into it and thinking like, well, it's really just about like, how beautiful someone is, or like who got the best extensions.
Different pageant organizations, run under separate individuals, can control the image they project to their viewers.
Miss USA and Miss Universe was owned by Donald Trump for a very long time. At least I think it was like over 20 years. But when he ran it, it was very much about like, how do you look? It was about your face and your body, and that was pretty much it. And so most people, when they hear the term pageant girl, that's all they think about is like, oh, you're just competing in these, like, why does anyone care about beauty pageants anymore? Because that's just what they think. Time has, evolved so much, and a lot of people just don't really care about it anymore. But that's why I wish it was relevant, because they would see the work that's actually being done in these girls' communities, the role models that they're being, or that most of them are.
But as pageants continue to evolve, so can people's perspectives of them.
Yeah, I think the USA system is one that has shifted over time, has tried to take societal feedback and how things have shifted. Making those changes, I think, has helped a lot. It also has made it feel less of like the icky feeling that people got from pageants, and more about, again, like showing off your work, right? Like taking care of yourself, maybe being athletic.
Pageants are continuing to change and transform into embracing cultural differences and spreading diversity among their contestants. Representing women of different ethnic backgrounds, pageants empower women from all over the world and celebrate their unique capabilities.
For me personally, like being the first Venezuelan American Miss USA to win, that was an opportunity for me to use the title and the platform that Miss USA gave me to show this pride that I have for being like a Latina woman. There hadn't been a like Hispanic Miss USA since I think 2014 before me, so almost 10 years.
Across the globe, people come together to watch beauty pageants, connecting millions and allowing young women to represent and take pride in their country and traditions, displaying them for the world to see.
My mom is from Venezuela, and in Venezuela, pageants are a really, really big deal over there. Like baseball, soccer, and pageants are their big things. Growing up, I would watch Miss USA and Miss Universe at home.
Different countries rally behind the women representing them with support and love. Not only do pageants gather women from all over, but have evolved by including women of all types.
This year at Miss USA, their top 5, one of them included a mom, because the Miss Universe organization changed a rule, I think 2 years ago, to allow married women and women who are mothers to compete. So there was a mom in the top 5. She got second runner-up. First runner-up was a Black woman. There was a girl who was wearing a hijab. That was the first time ever in the history of Miss USA that a woman has ever competed on stage wearing a hijab. When they're competing, showing people who look like them and who are like them, this can be you too. And I think that's really important. People that argue that it is really important to have that representation, that diversity.
Pageants also play a major role in helping young women develop lifelong skills and abilities.
I used to be incredibly shy. As a kid, kind of decided I was tired of being that way. It's not that I couldn't like make friends or talk to people, it was that I hated like public speaking and stuff like that sort of made me nervous, and I didn't have a ton of confidence when it came to those things. So I decided I just wanted to like try a pageant. I started partnering with like local organizations to do community service. Started out volunteering for the local chapter of the Strides Against Breast Cancer. That was the first organization I started volunteering with in Sarasota because my mom is a breast cancer survivor. So that was a cause obviously very near and dear to me and to my family.
Noelia also went on to graduate high school 2 years early and travel to high schools across the nation, advocating for teen dating violence as she continued to compete in pageants.
Then I started advocating for anti-bullying. I authored an anti-bullying children's book called Maddie the Brave. I wrote it in honor of a 9-year-old girl who took her own life. And unfortunately, her school was aware of the issue, but they didn't do anything to help the situation. And so after I wrote the book, I reached out to the governor of Alabama's education secretary and got a meeting with them. And before I went to Maddie's house and met with her mom. And Maddie's mom gave me her backpack. So I brought the backpack to the meeting and I like sat it down on his desk and I was like, this literally should not be happening.
Through all of the competitions and hard work that goes into pageantry, many face difficult mental and emotional struggles. Family support becomes a big role in these girls' journeys.
I couldn't have done any of it without my family. It was one of the most gratifying feelings ever when I won Miss USA, not because I had wanted it for so long, but because it was like finally I could give my family what they had also wanted for me for so long, and what they had been so stressed over for so long.
I think back to the moment that Noelia won Miss USA, and like I don't think any of us were breathing.
All the hard work, time, and dedication these young women put into pageants and becoming role models for so many becomes overshadowed by all the negativity, hate, and stereotypes of beauty pageants. Change has been made and continues to happen, with more diversity, representation, and added areas that girls are being judged upon. Pageant girls have not been given proper credit for all the effort they put in. A new perspective can be given to viewers and outsiders on the positives of pageantry if a more pleasant light can be cast in regard given to these incredible young women.